See, what is a subcontracting? First, we will see what is the business scenario of the subcontracting. Basically, subcontracting means, for example, some operations are not present in your industry, or some machines or some operations. Okay, so some processes are not present for your industry. Then, what your business will do? Your business will outsource this operation or the manufacturing process from the external supplier, or in our case, we can call as a subcontractor. Okay, so in that case, whatever the operations will be there, for example, assembly operation is there, or laser cutting operation is there, or bending operation is there, or plating operation is there, powder coating operation is there. So whatever the charges will be there for these particular operations, that your business will pay to the supplier. This is nothing but a subcontracting procurement. Okay, this is the business scenario for subcontracting procurement. Now let's see subcontracting procurement. What kind of the steps that we need to perform? In a subcontracting procurement, we need to create a purchase order. Okay, purchase order where the parent material and child material will be there. Why parent material and child material? Because in a subcontracting procurement, you are sending some material to the subcontractor, and subcontractor is sending finished product to you. Consider one very simple example. You are manufacturing unplated spring, and for unplated spring, some plating process is required, powder coating process is required. So this powder coating process is not present at your end. So you are sending this unplated spring to the subcontractor for plating purpose. So there will be the two material master. One is an unplated spring, another one is a plated spring. So parent material means the material which you will receive from the subcontractor, and child material means the material you are sending to the subcontractor, which will consume for the finished product, final product. Okay, which is consumed for the final product. Now, first we have to create a purchase order. Second, after the purchase order, we have to send material, raw material, the child material, or in our case, unplated spring to the subcontractor. Okay, because without having the raw material, subcontractor will not proceed for this. Okay, so, and after that, we have to attach one challan document. Okay, challan document, or one, it is like a delivery document along with the raw material to the subcontractor, and we are sending this material to the subcontractor on returnable basis. We are not selling this material to subcontractor. Okay, we are sending this material on a returnable basis only. And here one more important point is that whatever the material your business is sending to the supplier, there will be some expiry date or the validity date for the material for which or for this particular time period the supplier kept this material in their premises. So in India, this time period is 180 days. Okay, so within a 180 days, supplier should return this material to you. Okay, so this is the process. After that, once the operation is completed, once the raw material is converted into finished material, then finished material, or we can say parent material will be delivered to your company. In your company or in your plant, user who is sitting in the storages, they will go for the good receipt. Okay, they will go for the good receipt. So good receipt will be there, and after that, invoice processing will be there for the subcontracting charges. So this is a steps for the subcontracting procurement. Try to read it 2-3 times and try to remember it. And if any question, please tell me. Okay. Now, after this, any doubt here?
सर ये अटैच चालान विद मटेरियल ऑन रिटर्नेबल बेसिस क्या है?
See, when we are sending material to the supplier, we should have some evidence. We should have some evidence document with a material that we are not selling this material, we are sending this material on a returnable basis. After some time, the material will be returned to your premises as a finished product. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, one more important point here. Whenever you are sending any material to means from your company or any material you are receiving from externally, so there should be the documentation part. And this documentation part as a delivery document is very important. Without having the delivery document, you cannot proceed the transfer of the material from the your gates. Okay, from your plant gates. So gate entry things will be there, and on the gate entry, these things will be checked. Okay. Now, in SAP, how to proceed this subcontracting procurement? First, purchase order we have to create. Okay. Parent material and child material will be there. Here, item category, special item category used as a L. Okay, item category used as a L. Then we have transfer posting. Transfer posting C means sending the raw material to the supplier. For this, we have transfer posting. Okay, we have transfer posting. Moment type will be 541 and accounting entries will be no. Okay. After that, challan. In real time, challan process will be there with the T code J1IG subcon. Okay, J1IG subcon. Creation of the challan. Okay. So here dash, see dash I have mentioned just to read it properly. Okay, J1IG and subcon. Okay, so divide this decode in as a two words, J1IG subcon. Okay. Then good receipt of the parent material. We have to post good receipt for the parent material, that is a MIGO. Okay, and in the case of MIGO, accounting entries will be there. Okay, and in real time, whatever the challan has been created after the transfer posting, that challan we need to close by using the reconciliation of challan after the good receipt. Once the material has been received to your company premises, then the challan closing process will be there. Okay, challan closing process will be there. So at the end, invoice for the subcontracting charges, that is a MIRO. Okay, that is a MIRO will be there. So this is a process that we have to execute in the SAP. Okay, now let's consider one simple example. We will execute this process for unplated spring and plated spring. Okay, unplated spring and plated spring. So initially, before the subcontracting procurement, consider initial stock we have 1000 pieces of the unplated spring. Okay, then we have unplated spring and plated spring. Initially, before subcontracting, plated spring we have 0. Okay, now we are transferring unplated spring to the subcontractor for subcontracting process. So the unplated spring will be converted into plated spring. So final status after subcontracting process will be unplated spring will be 0, unplated spring will be 1000. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this will be the impact on the inventory or the quantity. Now, before the executing this cycle in the system, we have to see accounting entries which is created after the MIGO, because this is little bit complex. This is not like our normal procurement. This is little bit complex. The reason is that in the subcontracting procurement, two materials are there or multiple materials can be there. See, for creation of the one plated spring or for manufacturing of one plated spring, we are transferring one unplated spring in our case. But in real time, child material can have multiple cases. Okay, like assembly will be there. For example, some assembly you want from the subcontractor, and you are sending n numbers of the material to the subcontractor. In that case, also, multiple child materials will be come in picture. So in a subcontracting procurement, after the good receipt, your plated inventory value will be increases, means the parent material inventory value will be increases, and the inventory value for the child material will be decreases. So accounting entries will be not normal like our other domestic PO. So consider accounting entries first. For example, we have just 1 second. Okay. So consider one simple example here first. This is a case number one where we have unplated spring and we are sending one unplated spring to the subcontractor. Okay. And subcontractor is sending one plated spring for your for one plated spring for your one unplated spring. So you are paying in between 2 rupees subcontracting charges per piece. Okay. Okay. So now unplated spring you having the value of 10 rupees. Okay, you having the value of 10 rupees. As subcontracting charges you are paying 2 rupees. So what will be the value of the plated spring for you as a moving average price?
12 rupees.
12 rupees, because this two subcontracting charges or 2 rupees subcontracting charges is going to load on the unplated spring and it will become 12 rupees. Okay. So in real time, once the accounting entries part will be there, in the case of accounting entries will be created for plated spring. It will be created for unplated spring as well, and it will be created for subcontracting charges as well. Okay. So first unplated spring. Unplated spring inventory will increase or decrease?
Decrease.
It will be decreased because it is going to consume. Okay, it is going to consume. So inventory will be decreased with a 10 Indian rupees, 10 into 1. In SAP has given, in system, SAP has given clearing account for the PSX for the child material, that is a GBB VBO. It is a consumption of the stock during the subcontracting procurement, that is a debited. Okay. So here PSX get credited, GBB VBO gets debited. This is for child materials. Okay. Suppose we have second unplated spring. Unplated spring we have seen. We have subcontracting charges. Subcontracting charges will be have transaction event key FRL, that is the external subcontracting charges, it will be debited, and clearing account will be WRX, that is a credited. And based on the WRX, invoice processing will be there and 2 rupees will be paid to the subcontractor. Okay. Then we have finally plated spring. Plated spring value will be debited with the 12 rupees because unplated spring having the moving average price 10 rupees and the subcontracting charges is 2 rupees. So collectively the 10 rupees plus 2 rupees. So inventory is going to increase by 12 rupees. Okay, so BSX will be debited with the 12 rupees. And clearing account for the BSX in the case of parent material, SAP has given BSV, that is a change in stock, that will be credited with the same amount. So this accounting entries you should know, and this accounting entries we have to mention in the interview also. Let's read it 2-3 times. Okay. So I will give one more example here. For example, for example, suppose we have more than one material or two multiple material that we are sending to the subcontractor, and subcontractor is sending one material with you. So, for example, you are sending unplated spring as well and the plating spring as well. So, as sorry, not plating, plating material as well. That is a zinc. Okay, you are sending zinc and unplated spring. Okay, and you are paying subcontracting charges as a 1 rupees. Consider 1 rupees, 1 rupees per piece. Okay, so in that case, what you are doing here, unplated spring that having the 10 rupees values, zinc having the 1 rupees values per spring, subcontracting charges will be 1 rupees per spring. Okay. So in that case, the total value of the plated spring will be 12 rupees again. Okay. And suppose subcontracting charges is a 2 rupees, then it will be the 13 rupees. Okay, it will be the 13 rupees. Now, why I am showing this example, I have to explain this thing. Unplated spring and the zinc, these two materials are there. So, two accounting entries will be there for the child material. See, these two accounting entries will be there for the child material because these two material inventory is going to decrease. For unplated spring, BSX is going to credit, and for zinc also BSX is going to credit, but the inventory value will be different here. In the case of unplated spring, it will be credited by 10 rupees, and in the case of zinc, it will be credited by 1 rupees, and the clearing account will be GBP VBO. In the case of zinc, it is a GBP VBO, and we have one pair for the subcontracting charges FRL WRX, and we have one pair for the final product, that is the BSX BSV. So these two pairs will be constant. These two pairs will be constant, but these pairs, numbers of these pairs will be vary based on the how many raw materials that you are going to transfer to the subcontractor. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a difference. Now let's see subcontracting procurement in the system. Uh, we'll consider a simple example, that is a plated unplated spring. Already one material master has been created in the system. 742, 743. Okay. So first what we will do, we will check what is the stock of these materials. 742. Okay, 742 having the some stock, or let's create new material completely. Okay, that will be better. So very few number left. I will change number. So first unplated spring. So unplated spring is a this one. Plated spring will create. Okay, so material master has been created. Uh, Now next thing is that for subcontracting procurement, tell me, suppose we have to transfer the stock of the unplated spring to the subcontractor. Do we need a stock for this in our premises? How we can have stock of the unplated spring in your premises?
मतलब सर क्वेश्चन.
See, we are going to transfer unplated spring to the subcontractor. Okay.
Yes.
For this, we should have unplated spring, right?
Yes.
So how we can have this unplated spring in our premises?
Need to
MMP,
purchase.
come again?
Need to purchase, sir.
Correct. We need to purchase it. Purchase it from somewhere. Okay, other externally. So unplated spring, we don't have stock as of now. So let's create a PO. Why PP00 not coming? Okay, so quantity we are procuring, for example, 10,000. Price must be greater than C. Enter the location. Check. See. So PO has been created, and for this PO we have to post good receipt. So the stock will be there in the system. Okay, so let's check stock. Okay, now we have 10,000 pieces that we can utilize for next subcontracting procurement. Okay, now the actual subcontracting procurement will start. Okay, the next thing is that creation of subcontracting PO. What are the key points here? See, in a subcontracting procurement, you can create a new document type. Okay, you can create a new document type. Then next thing is that I will take a different supplier now. Now item category should be L in the case of subcontracting. Okay, if you have subcontracting item category and document type ZSUV, and you one question for you. Suppose user should not enter any item any other item category than L. What you can do? What we can do as a SAP consultant? What we can do? Allow item category function is there. Allow item category function we can utilize. Okay. Allow item category for the document type we can keep L, so user cannot enter any other item category. If you can see in the list, only L item category is visible here, because for this particular document type allow item category is L. Okay, then we have to enter material here. Here material will be the which is coming, which will receive to your storage location. So receiving material will be the plated spring. So let's check inventory for the plated spring. What will be the inventory or the stock for the plated spring now?
0.
It will be 0. What will be PO quantity? For example, 1,000 pieces we have to proceed for the subcontracting, and net price will be the 2 rupees. 2 rupees is the subcontracting charges. After entering all these things, system is saying not possible to determine determine any component. The reason is that we have put an item category L, so system is asking for the component which will consume in the subcontracting procurement. Okay, it will consume in the subcontracting procurement. So in a material data, in a component list, basically we have two options here. One is a components and second one is a explode bomb. Component means suppose we have to input material manually, then component list will be there. That we can enter manually. Second option is the explode bomb. Bomb means bill of material. Bill of material basically created by the production and planning team. Okay, this is the master data for them. Bill of material means, I will tell you bill of material. See, bill of material means, for example, your parent material is a gearbox. To prepare gearbox, how many child material is required? The number of the material list plus quantity. That will be your bill of material. Okay, that will be your bill of material. And suppose you have to prepare gearbox, then suppose from the production planning side already bill of material has been created. Simply you can explode this bill of material here. automatically material which is maintained against this parent material, it will come with a quantity in the as a component list. Okay, but in our case, we are not going to see the bill of material option. In real time, bill of material will be created by production planning team, okay, PP team. So they will create and just user has to click on the explode box. Now the second thing is that in S4 HANA, sometime one issue will come in picture, that is a bill of material is created, but bill of material is not going to explode in the system. So the reason is that in a S4 HANA, one concept is there, means it was previously available in the ECC as well, production version. So production version for the parent material should be active and it will be activated by the PP team. If the bill of material, see, the common support ticket will come in picture for the subcontracting procurement, that is a bill of material is not exploding. So production version cannot be active in that case. So you can check, and if the production version will be active, the bill of material will be active, will be exploded. Okay, let's enter material by using the component manually. So in this list, we have to enter the material number manually. So the unplated string will be as a child material, the quantity will be 1000, because suppose we want 1000 plated spring, then we need to deliver 1000 unplated spring. Okay, so this will be the component list. In the next step, we have to save it. We have to save this view. What is the next step? What will be the next step? Directly we supplier will
Transfer posting.
correct. Transfer posting is we have to send material to the supplier. Now let's see the impact on the stock after the PO creation. On unplated spring, there is no any impact. Let's open one screen for MMB for plated spring as well. So plated spring have on order stock now. Okay, the stock which is not present in the storage location, but it is showing as on order stock. So the next step is a transfer posting. The transfer posting we can proceed with a MIGO. Okay, we have option of transfer posting with respect to purchase order. Okay, so here we can input the PO number. So moment type will be the 541, and here in transfer posting we have two sections. One is a from section and one is a destination section. From section means from where we are removing the material, and destination means where we are sending the material. From where we are removing the material, from the plant AD03 and from storage location SL01. And from to where we are sending this material, the destination location will be your plant, your subcontractor place. Okay, yeah, the subcontractor number is coming in picture here. So the total quantity we are sending 1000 pieces, and we have to click on the item. Okay, check and post. Okay, so material document has been posted. First, we should check accounting entries created or not. So accounting entries are created. No. Why accounting entries are not created? What is the reason behind it? What can be the reason? Just tell me. Because we are sending this material on returnable basis. We are not selling this material. If the material we are sending to the company subcontractor, still your company is a legal owner of that material. Okay, your company is legal owner of that material. That's why accounting entries is not going to create it. Okay, so this is the reason accounting entries will not create. So next thing is that let's check impact on the stock again. So The stock is visible, stock provided to vendor as 1000. And when you double click on this stock provided to vendor, you can check which supplier is there, okay, where the stock is present. Okay, this 124 supplier is there where the stock is present. Okay, let's see the impact on the parent material as well, that is updated spring. So there is no any impact as of now. Okay, there is no any impact. So the next thing is that creation of the challan. See, now in our system, challan we are not going to see challan creation part, just because challan creation requires some preconditions like a finance and controlling configurations is required. Just I will show you how the screen will look like. J1 IG subcon. Without challan also we can proceed the subcontracting procurement. That is optional. See, subcontracting challan. How the subcontracting challan we have to create? Subcontracting challan, company code, plant we have to enter, and here material document we have to enter, and we have to click on execute. So after the execution, the challan will be created. Okay. So this is the next process. What is the next process? Material will be transferred to the subcontractor. Subcontractor will proceed on this material, and he will convert raw material into finished material. Okay. When the finished material will be created, this finished material will be delivered to your company premises. Okay. Then you have to post good receipt in your system as discussed. You have to post good receipt in your system as discussed. See, Migo. So the raw material will be posted in your inventory. So MIGO will be there. So we have to post good receipt with respect to PO. PO number will be this one. Okay. So whenever we are posting good receipt, quantity that we have received, we are in which storage location, suppose SL02 or SL01. Okay, purchase order data and partner. So here, most important part is we can expand this material and we can see the child material which is comes under the parent material. Okay, and here accounting entry is a most important part, and as well as a moment type also most important part. So moment type you can see here. So moment type you can see here. Accounting entries will be created after the material document. So moment types are 101 plus for the plated spring that we are going to receive in our inventory. 543 minus is a moment type which is coming for unplated spring, that unplated spring is going to consume in the subcontracting procurement. So remember this moment type, this is very important. 543 minus why? Because the material is going to consume. Okay. So then we have to check and then we have to post. So material document will be created. First, we will analyze what is the impact on the stock. So whatever the stock was showing in the stock provided to vendor, that is disappear now. Means stock is completely consumed and the final stock is a 9,000. Initial stock was about 10,000. After the transfer posting, 1,000 comes in a stock provided to vendor. Now the stock is showing 9,000. Let's focus on the plated spring. After clicking on refresh, the stock is coming in SL01 as an unrestricted stock. Okay, so plated spring is added in our inventory. This is the impact happening after the good receipt of the subcontracting procurement. After the good receipt of the subcontracting procurement, child material is going to reduce and parent material is going to increase. And let's focus on accounting entries now. Accounting entries already we have seen. theoretically. Practically, we will see how many pairs will be there. 3 pairs will
Total
be
Three
3
pairs.
pairs.
correct. 3 pairs will be there. 1 pair is for unplated spring, that is a 10,000. Okay, BS6 credited, GBB debited. 1 pair for 2,000, that is your subcontracting charges, FRL debited, WRX credited. 1 pair for your parent material, that is a BS6 debited, BSL credited. Where the BSP is a change in stock, FRL is a charges to the subcontracting or external subcontracting charges. Okay, and GBB VBO, that is a consumption of the material during the subcontracting procurement. Okay, so after that, last step is a invoice verification for the subcontracting procurement, that is Myro, same as our normal. So PO number, what was the PO number? PO number will be this. So the same invoice verification process we have to use. There is no any difference. Okay, so amount will be 2,000. Simulate and click on post. Simple. Invoice document has been created, and this document flow we can see in a purchase order history. But in purchase order history, you cannot have the transfer posting document. Okay, but you can see the good receipt and the invoice receipt. This is a normal subcontracting, or this is a step number 1 for the subcontracting, we can say, or the case number 1, not step number 1, case number 1 for the subcontracting. Later we have to see subcontracting with the scrap. Then we have to see overconsumption and underconsumption in the subcontracting, and then we have to see third party in the subcontracting procurement. Okay, so that we will see in the next lecture. Try to complete this process and try to execute this process at least for 10 to 15 times, then you will have good expertise on this procurement, because this procurement is the most important procurement of the material management. Without this procurement, your interview will not complete it. Okay, so I will stop here. We will see in the next lecture. Okay.
Okay, sir.